anything you want to discuss?
Yeah, let's discuss our time at Towson together. We didn't really get to
Of
discuss that at
course, of
all.
course. Oh, I almost forgot. Oh,
That's
of
where we
course.
met.
Okay,
Those
so
2 great years of our
Towson,
lives.
when I first met you, I thought, yeah, this is going to be a good guy, um, as well. And I think like being a 20-year-old, like before Ed took me into his office and made me his assistant coach, like I really wanted to be on the ice, and I was like doing everything I can to like just training as well. And at the age of 20, that's where you peak, sort of like you're in the best shape of your life. And then even then after like I was like 22, did I like really see like it going down, either because I was coming out of college or I was an assistant coach or whatever, but it just affected me so differently as well. And you know that I've like been and I did face my injuries and car accidents over the years, but when you first met me, before I was a coach, you thought I was not like. Did you think of me? What were your impressions of me? Is my question.
Well, I guess so. When I first met you, I think the decision had already been made that you would have been an assistant coach. So when Ed introduced you the first night to the team, in our first, player meeting, the first night of school, you were introduced as the assistant coach then. That was the first time I got to meet you there. So I believe, you introduced yourself as well as coach. You're like, hey, I'm Coach Adam, stuff like that. Um, so that's when I think the first time I met you was.
Yeah.
So I guess I didn't really have an impression of you as a player, just as our coach. But obviously, like you had jumped on the ice with us in full gear, occasionally to see, to when we would do a scrimmage here and there, you'd jump in the waters and practice with us and stuff like that.
And I wanted to. I mean, like I really did want to have the amount of playing time you did, but it just didn't work out that way. But it was better when I was coaching and in a suit and in my tie and shirt and all that, and
Yeah.
in pants too, and the pants too. Oh man, that was it. That was incredible too. Like walking on the ice on loafers was a bit of a struggle.
You
I don't
scared
know
you were
if
gonna
I don't know
fall?
if you've ever done that, by the
I
way.
have.
It's a
I've done it a
struggle, isn't
bunch.
it?
Yeah, it's difficult. So I coach now and I wear loafers on the onto the bench. Um and I know the pain. It's difficult to walk across that slippery ice.
Yeah. Like and
So
I like always went ahead of Coach Ed just because. And hearing your name too as well was something, it was a good feeling the first time. And also getting that scrimmage against the Huskies was it was a good, very important experience as well. I guess I guess when now you knew that I was the assistant coach, and even though it was a bit weird having a guy that's 2 years older than you, take the lead in a sense. Like I still made sure that everyone, did their thing, and especially with the passing. But is there anything you took away from me that first year, that first season?
no, I mean it was just you're just positive on the bench. If something bad was going on, I wasn't playing well, I could always look at you and you're just picking me up every time. I got back to the bench and turnover, whatever happens, you're always like, hey, you know what, you'll get them next time. It's not a big deal, you're a good player, stuff like that. You're kind of always there for us. And again, that work ethic I talked about earlier about you, you would be the first one on the ice doing drills. You'd be working on your skating before practice started and before, you got into coaching, you were, before you got that coaching hat on, you would be on the ice working on your own skills. So it kind of helped, it helped us freshmen look at you and be like, wow, if our coach can be out there, working on skating and working on his stuff, then why can't we be out there early working on our game too?